Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you want to see how I created this look, then keep on watching. Okay, so before we get into the makeup look, I want to just talk about a little bit about my skincare routine. I just took a shower. I usually always take a shower before I do my makeup. So what I like to use in the shower for exfoliator is actually kind of new to me, but I have been in love with and have been using every single day to exfoliate, and I think has been working miracles, is this Aveeno Active Naturals Positively Radiant Skin Brightening Daily Scrub. It's supposed to gently remove impurities for softer, brighter, more even-toned skin. And I get a lot of dark spots from acne and things like that. But I've noticed a clear difference since I've been using this. And what I use to exfoliate with is also new. It's this Eco Tools, just little hand circular motion exfoliator. And I've been using these two together, and it has worked miracles. My skin has never looked like this good. It hasn't in a really long time. It's really clear. I know I have a lot of redness, but that's my skin has always been like that. So yeah, that's what I use to take care of my skin. So I have already moisturized since my shower, and I really wanted to try the Pond's cream. And since I have really oily skin, and these are usually for dry skin, I tend to avoid this area like when moisturizing with this. I do really like it. It has helped a lot with my chin, like dark spots and everything, and it has given me a lot more even redness instead of patchy redness, which is really good. And that's been just within a couple of days. And then the other day when I went to Sephora, I don't usually do eye creams, but they gave me a little free sample of the Belief Moisturizing Eye Balm, and let me tell you, I love it, but the price for this is like $50 for a normal jar. Probably about the same size as this, and I don't think it's worth that much. So I'll definitely be looking into a similar type of eye cream and hopefully be using that. The first step of my everyday makeup routine, I actually do my eyebrows first. I do them first because I really snatch them. I make them extremely like defined and everything. So I put a bunch of concealer around them after I've done them to just create a more defined shape. So I will not be filming my eyebrow routine every single makeup video. I'll probably just do it this once, do my everyday base routine, and then after this makeup looks, I'm just gonna already have my base on. Of course, I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in color taupe. So I take that, I take my angled brush, and I dip right into the lid where nothing is. I dip right into my pot here and get a fair amount of product on there. I'm starting to run low, but yeah, I dip right in here. I get product on the very edge of my brush, and I do the underline of my eyebrow first. Okay, so then next I go up top and do the upper line to get my defined arch and everything how I want it. Okay, so now that the majority of my eyebrows filled in, I'm going to focus on this area right here. I just want to take a very small amount of product, and I'm going to lay my brush flat, like straight like this, across that bottom line that I created, and I'm going to drag up the product so it's very light and feathery looking. And then at the very edge, I'm going to go straight up and down like this and kind of create a lined effect. And then we're going to drag a little bit of product into that top line so it's not such a harsh stop, but it looks faded into. And then there you go. You're going to take your spoolie, you're just going to clean up all that product and drag it all through. So you're gonna notice I have like a dent there, things aren't completely straight, which is exactly why I go in with concealer and just clean it all up. I use this e.l.f. really cheap concealer because all I'm doing is cutting in my eyebrow and I'm just gonna cover it up with foundation, so I feel like it's a waste of a really nice product if you're just gonna be covering up. So I use kind of like a cheaper end drugstore product that will do the job, but then I'm just gonna cover up later on. Okay, so I'm gonna look so silly, but I outline my whole eyebrow and then I go in with my angled brush, which I'll show you in a second. It's very similar to the eyebrow brush, and cut it all in and make it look good. Okay, so yes, I look ridiculous, but this is my makeup routine and this is how I do it. Whatever gets the job done, you guys. Excuse me. Okay, so then I go in with this angled brush here and I cut everything in, make it look good. Okay, so I keep having coughing fits, so that'll be fun. But this is one eyebrow all completely done, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the other one off camera and I'll be back in just a second. Okay, so I have two very snatched eyebrows. I keep coughing, pardon me, but I have two very snatched eyebrows. So next we're going to prime our face. So I like the Pixi products. This is Pixi Skin Treats Makeup Fixing Mist. So it says here that you can do before makeup and it extends the makeup wear. You can do it after makeup and it sets the makeup. It adds a soft focus finish. Or you can do anytime and it just refreshes your makeup, hydrates, and balances. Well, let me tell you. I was using this fixing mist as a setting spray and I didn't enjoy it. It made me very sticky. It made me very oily looking, and I'm already oily looking enough. So I like to use it beforehand because I think it adds a glow, it adds an underglow, it adds some moisture before you not cake on, but before you put on all this makeup and everything. So I like to use that first. I just spray it on my face. And I don't have a fan, so pardon me. So I just fan my face off myself. And then I have been using the Professional Pro Balm by Benefit Cosmetics to prime my face. My friend Kristen let me try this out. I guess she didn't like it or something, but I have fallen in love with it. So I just take a pea-sized amount, and I will be buying more of this probably once I run out of this little bottle. But yeah, I just take a pea-sized amount, kind of dot it at first, and then just rub it in. Okay, so foundation time. I'm super excited about this. So I just recently got the Makeup Forever Professional Paris Ultra HD foundation. This is definitely a medium cover foundation, and let me tell y'all, I like some coverage. So I like that. I will be using that. But I use a little bit of the Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation by Maybelline. So I just add a little bit of my Fit Me and I use mostly this. So I'm going to do about 2 pumps of the Makeup Forever. And then sadly, the Fit Me bottles are little pour bottles. So we're gonna use, if it'll come out, Just a dollop of that. I'm so sorry, I keep coughing. I know it sounds gross. So yes, so then with a damp beauty blender, I kind of tap that in, so tap it all in so it gets blended a little bit. And then I'll go down my face. So like I said, I really use a lot of Maybelline products. I think they're probably one of the best drugstore products or brands out there. So I really enjoy their stuff. So I use the Fit Me Concealer in number 15 Fair. I need to be buying some more of this soon. So I'm gonna go under my eyes. And kind of make that triangular shape. On the bridge of my nose, right here. Lovely. Okay, so now that we are all concealed, we need to set this in place so we don't crease. No matter how much I set, I still crease under my eyes. Okay, so to bake and set my face, I use the Makeup Revolution Luxury Baking Powder in Ghost. So it comes like this. It's kind of like baby powder. That is really hard to see. There we go. But it comes like baby powder. So I take my cute little cactus tray and I do about like one good squeeze. So I have a lot in there. And then it's really clumpy at the beginning. So I take my setting brush and pat it all and then tap it off into the pan again, but there's still some on my brush. And like I was saying earlier, I get very oily in my T-zone, so I'm really packing on my bake in this area. And you have seen me with this mirror in my hand the whole time, the Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation powder. It is in color 120 Classic Ivory, and I really like this just to put on a base color foundation powder. So I mix that baking powder with my foundation powder just to kind of set all of that liquid foundation in place. Okay, so next we're going to contour. So like I said, I use a lot of drugstore products. I really like e.l.f. brushes. I use two different e.l.f. brushes actually to do my contour. I use the contouring brush, which is a flat brush. It's really thick, like it's really thick with two C's. But anyways, so I use that one. And then I use the e.l.f. complexion brush, which is kind of a thick, it's like a foundation brush, honestly. But I have such I have a very large face, so I like a large, like, buffed out contour. I'm not huge on contour, but you know, I do it. I make myself look a little snatched every now and then. I'm gonna go in with L'Oreal, the Infallible Pro Contour. I probably butchered that because I'm really bad in English. I just take this flat brush, get a lot of product on there, and then I go in, I pick up some of that contour powder with my big e.l.f. complexion brush. I'm gonna blend all of that out. Okay, so that is both sides contoured. So I'm gonna go in with my Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm gonna use Beyond Fresco as a transition shade in my crease. Okay, so I apologize for the vacuum in the background. We gonna make do. It's gonna be okay. Okay. So I'm going in, I already have some on my brush here. I'm going in with this really deep purple here, my 35B palette. Okay, so now that we have that on our outer lid, I carried it up into my crease and I went back in with that larger duo care brush and it was clean, but with the what we had blended in earlier, and I kind of just blended it in a little bit more into my crease here. I'm gonna grab a flat edge brush. This is an e.l.f. smudge brush. Very flat, very little. I'm gonna wipe it, wipe off the concealer applicator, put it onto my brush. So now I'm gonna cut my crease. Okay, so in my crease, like I said, I really want to use from the Prism palette the color Dimension. My color is calling my name today, so we're gonna go for it. I'm gonna take this flat kind of packing on brush from Wet n Wild. I'm gonna dip right into that. Wow. That pigment. Girl's excited. Look at that, that's beautiful. Okay. And we're gonna pack that right into our crease. I need something to transition from this to this. So let me look at my options here. Sorry, I keep turning to the side. Ooh, this shade right here kind of has a little metallic-y shimmer to it, but it's nothing too crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna use kind of this pointed, it is a pointed concealer brush, but I never use brushes for what they say they're intended to use them, what you're intended to use them for, honestly. So I'm just gonna take this pointed brush here, dip into that color I just pointed out. That is really pretty. Let me show you guys. That is so pink. I didn't pick up a lot, I just dipped a little bit. It doesn't really show up on camera, but that's really pretty. And we're gonna take that right there where those two colors meet. Oh, I am living for it. We're gonna grab a little more. That is beautiful. That has the perfect amount of purple and pink shimmer to blend into the dark purple and blend into that lighter metallic-y color from the Prism palette. So I love this. I love it, love it, love it. We're going to take that flat end concealer brush I was using earlier to cut in my crease, and I am going to cut the edge of this. So for eyeliner, I either use my Kat Von D Tattoon liner in Trooper, or I use e.l.f. liquid eyeliner. Honestly, both work miracles for me. So just depending on how I'm feeling that day is what I use. So I'm gonna go in today with Kat Von D. Okay, so I have my wing on, and I'm really liking it, but I'm gonna go in with that flat-ended concealer brush again, or eyeliner brush, my apologies, and with the black eyeshadow on it, and just buff it out. Okay, so now that I have that all done and defined, I'm gonna focus on my lower lash line with a little bit of that black still left on here. I'm gonna go in on the bottom. Now I want to go in with that shade that I loved that I used to transition the cut crease there. And I'm going to put that on the same brush. I'm going to line my under eye with that. So now I need to highlight my inner corner. Use Lucid from the Prism palette. I've been using Lucid a lot and I love it. Okay, so that is one eye done. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other one off camera. Took so long, and then I will be back. Okay, loves, so I finished the other eye off camera and I'm really happy with the results. So before I do mascara, I actually did want to add some white eyeliner on my waterline just to open up my eyes a little bit, because this is kind of a darker look. So now we're gonna highlight everyone's favorite part. I'm actually gonna go in with two Wet n Wild products. I really like Wet n Wild. I think they're pretty good and they're really cheap, so it's kind of nice. But I'm gonna go in with this Wet n Wild kind of flat brush and their Wet n Wild Mega Glow Illuminating Palette. And I'm gonna take this like very light golden color here, pack it on my brush. Ooh, I can see it. I can see that glow coming through. And apply that to my cheekbones. Yes, that is the glow I want. I'm gonna put a little on my brow bone here. Just a little, nothing crazy. But that is exactly what I want. Today is so dreary that I just need, I need some glow. Okay, so I'm all glowed up, and now I'm just gonna find a perfect lippy and I'll be all done. So I went in, I wiped off the foundation that was on my lips, put some chapstick on, and I thought of a really fun lipstick look that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna line my lips with this darker color here. I'm gonna put this lipstick on. These are all NYX products. I really like NYX lippies. This is the NYX MPL 16 Plum Mechanical Lip Pencil. This is the NYX Full Throttle Lipstick. It is waterproof, and this is shade Trickster in FTLS05, if you want the numbers. But yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then I think that center color, I'm living for that center color that I packed on there. I'm gonna add that to add some little depth and some color and bring it all together. Hey guys, so this is the completed look. I am living for the outcome. It's a lot better than I expected, honestly, and I really hope you enjoyed watching this. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. All the support has been so wonderful. Apologies for not being able to post last week. I was really sick over the weekend, and I usually film my videos on the weekend, so my apologies for that. But I'm going to be doing a video very soon with Sabrina, and we're going to be doing some more makeup fun, and I will see you all next time. Bye.